They're 10-6 right now, talking about the Saigon Heat, and they're just getting blasted here by San Miguel Alab Pilipinas in Cebu. But we will see if that story will continue here in the second half as we begin the third quarter of this ball game. D'Angelo Hamilton back on the floor, the replacement import back on the floor for the Saigon Heat after, I believe, not playing the entire second quarter for the Heat. So here's Trayvon Hughes beginning the second half with that basket. That's a long bomb from Trayvon Hughes to begin the scoring for the Heat.
And his first three ball in the ball game after going 0 for 3 before that shot. That's a huge basket confidence-wise for Hughes to start the third.
Again, if you're Alab, you cannot relax. This is a Saigon Heat team that is used to facing big leads. Trayvon Hughes, Saigon getting the stop on the other end. Hughes guarded here on top by Lawrence Domingo. So another tall defender against Hughes. He decides to fire and drop in his second straight three-pointer.
Just like that. Less than a minute. From 20, it's now 14.
Trayvon Hughes, 16 points in the ball game now. They go to PJ here, quick spin, runs into Hamilton. Oh, he misses the lefty hook. And ball will go the other way, so yet another stop here at the start of the third quarter for the Saigon Heat. And this will open the door to create an uprising early here in the second half.
Again, opting not to double team, especially with Hamilton, with those two fouls. Fortunate that time that the left-handed jump hook was short. They get the stop, and if they get this one right here, 3 straight threes to open up the third, down to 11.
Wow. Saigon Heat catching fire here to begin the second half.
Puts this crowd in a hush.
Ethan Alvano, the cross court to Parks, who fires. Could not connect, and the Heat will have an opportunity to get this down to a single-digit advantage. Trayvon Hughes had a couple of three-pointers earlier to begin the third. He will facilitate.
He will shoot this one.
Hughes will fire. That is an air ball put up by Hughes. So finally, a miss here for the Saigon Heat. After that hot start for them, Alvano against Quatran. Balkman back to Alvano, attacks, gives it out to Parks. Parks moving closer. Parks slithering his way to the basket. They're able to draw the foul in the process.
They're trying to stop the bleeding. Obviously, he had an open shot.
Yeah.
Missed an open shot earlier, but that time earned his way to the line right here.
Here's the move by Bobby Ray Parks off the pass from Ethan Alvano. Again, wisely taking it closer and taking it to Trayvon Hughes that time. So Parks missing on the first free throw. And the Saigon Heat, after going 3 out of 17 in our first half, knocking down 3 of their first 4 attempts from downtown. Here in the third quarter.
Huh? Do the math for me.
That's right. Well,
6 for 21.
6 for 21. That did not take a lot of time, though, Christian. Here's Murphy. They will go to Quatran. Quatran. Oh, getting fouled by Ethan Alvano. And Ethan does not like it. Felt it was a clear strip. But Quatran, nonetheless, will go to the free throw line. And a chance to move closer for the Saigon Heat. Quatran now. First free throw in. Too strong. An interesting fact here about Quatran. They call him Mr. Wiggle because as he shoots his free throws, he wiggles and does a shimmy before he takes the shot.
I thought it was because of the hair. Interesting.
That too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those, by the way, are the 20th free throws given up by Alab to Vietnam.
Yeah. So Saigon hanging around. Parks from the top of the key. That connects. Ray Parks stops the bleeding for Alab Pilipinas. Bernatowski Kicking it out to Durker. Durker gets to the lane. Durker, the floater, no good. Hamilton with a rebound. Putback is off. PJ with a contest. The outlet to Balkman and touchdown for Balkman.
That easy. Point A to point B.
Oh, but Hamilton has the answer for the Saigon Heat. Another three-pointer for the Heat here in the third. That's 4 already at the first 3.5 of this quarter. But Balkman again scoring inside for Alab.
Well, until they adjust defensively of shrinking the floor or collapsing on the big men of Alab, they're going to have a feast as they have been the whole game. Talking about Alab inside the paint. Good basket on the other end though by Vietnam. Domingo answers right back.
Good answer by Lawrence Domingo there. And Saigon Heat just trading baskets right now with the defending champions. Hamilton connecting again from downtown. Lead is down to 12. Basket and timeout for Coach Jimmy Alapag. It's 63-51 for the defending champions. More fun in the coverage here inside the venue, Lapu-Lapu Gym in Cebu City. And this is the Pacute Camp. Care to explain, Christian, to our international viewers what the Pacute Camp is? And you see here, LJ Moreno Alapag, of course, the wife of Coach Jimmy Alapag.
I think you're more qualified of explaining it rather than me, man.
Well, that's a Pacute Camp, though. Doing a lot of cute gestures on cam. There you go. That's a very brief way of explaining it as we continue the action here. Balkman runs into trouble.
Good pass.
Gets it to Alvano. The extra pass to Ramos, who jams it home.
That's just experience for Balkman. Did not even fluster with that double team. Alvano, smart cut to the middle with the drop and the dime and the flush. Alvano to Ramos. Right here. Double team. A lot of players would have panicked in that situation. Alvano. Dish it out. Ramos knows what to do with that.
Crisp interior passing there from San Miguel Alab Pilipinas. Again, probably the best passing team in the league right now.
No question.
Yeah. Trayvon Hughes. Saigon staring at a 14-point lead. They go back out to Durker. Quatran dancing against Ethan Alvano. Cannot shake him off. Durker fires. Off to the right. Hamilton with the rebound. And a putback attempt is going to be deflected. And he's going to be fouled here by Kaylan Chongson. So 65-51 here in the third frame. You got Durker missing on the attempt. But you're seeing a more aggressive on the rebounding plays for the Saigon Heat here. You're seeing more aggressive players, more aggressive big men on the rebounding for Saigon.
Well, they were limited with foul trouble, and the reason why, a big part of why we didn't see that in the second quarter, because as you mentioned earlier, Hamilton was saddled on the bench pretty much the whole second quarter.
Right.
And with the amount of energy he was able to harness with that 10-minute quarter, we're seeing it in full display right now. And obviously, a lot of time, the way they have been shooting the basketball, but they cannot trade baskets, as you mentioned earlier. They got to get some stops and put pressure, especially on the post with those double team. They're not going to survive one-on-one on the post against this very big Alab team.
They're going to force them to be an outside shooting team like that. PJ Ramos could not connect from downtown. 65-53. Bernatowski going around, finding Durker, who attacks. Durker puts it up and in. And this is down to a 10-point lead for Alab Pilipinas. And the error on the side of the home team. They give the ball back to the Heat after that infraction. A chance again for Saigon to trim this one to 8 or even 7 with a three-pointer. So you got Quatran triggering it in. They go to the corner. Durker blowing by Ramos. Durker, the floater will not drop. Albano accelerates to the hoop. Foul against Quatran. And Ethan catching the defense off guard there.
Oh, that time Ramos deciding to play defense, moving his feet. One of the few times you will see him slide his feet,
right,
and was able to contest the left-handed layup that led to these two freebies right here from Albano.
You see here Chelsea Santillan, of course, former member of the championship team in season 91 for the College of St. Benilde Lady Blazers, enjoying the action here in Cebu. Too strong on the free throw is Ethan.
Look at Domingo. Getting in there, getting a hand in and fight for the offensive rebound.
True. And this is another crack at the basket for them. Bogman crowded. Hamilton with a rejection. Hamilton will go to Durker. He stops, shoots, and is able to drop that jumper. Chris Durker for 3. 66 to 58 now. A tremendous start for the Saigon Heat in the third, and they get the steal. Oh, Albano gets it back. Picking the pocket of Trayvon Hughes. Ethan working on Hughes. Oh, what a move by Ethan Albano. Feeling the sense of urgency here for the white shirts.
Offensive foul.
And an offensive foul.
On a legal screen by Hamilton, his third.
Take a look at this move. A crafty finish by this talented point guard, Ethan Albano, shaking off Trayvon Hughes to the basket. And he extends the lead back up to 10. Parks goes to PJ. PJ at the post. He's got Hamilton on him. Oh, Ramos downs Hamilton and is able to score on the scoop.
Again, no double team on the post. Ramos scores.
Durker driving, kicking it out. Bernatowski for 3, knocks it down. And Murphy is able to put it in. Bernatowski making it a 9-point game again. Ethan deflected by Hughes, recovered by Hamilton. Here comes Saigon, Quatran. A step out of bounds. Missed chance, missed opportunity for the Heat. Pau Pau Havilona checking in for Ethan Albano. This was the move. PJ Ramos relying on brute force to get that basket, the scoop in the hoop for the Hulk. And they go back to PJ. That's not an entirely bad idea for Alab Pilipinas. PJ is able to score again.
There's no way Captain America is winning against the Hulk. Unless you have Thanos.
There you go. That's a way to answer. Give the Saigon Heat a free pointer on the other end by Chris Durker. Lead is back down to 8 again. This is turning out to be an entertaining game here in the third quarter. They go back to PJ. PJ carving space. PJ! The scoop in the hoop and the three-point play opportunity. PJ Ramos taking over for San Miguel Alab Pilipinas, getting them timely baskets, including this one. Getting the contact from Hamilton and flexing his muscles right after he got the basket.
And that was all of 231 pounds that D'Angelo Hamilton can all give to PJ Ramos, 255 pounds.
Wow. But PJ missing on the free throw. 10-point lead. Hamilton steps into that one, decides to move closer. That's an offensive foul. Yet another one here. Second offensive foul called against D'Angelo Hamilton.
The little things, the intangibles, the things that you don't usually see.
And he's out of the
stat sheet. Lawrence Domingo making it happen, and more importantly, as you mentioned, Forcing the 5th foul.
5th foul,
Fifth
that's
foul,
right.
yeah.
And PJ with an open lane there. Alab Pilipinas taking advantage right away. And Trayvon Hughes runs into a wall.
That's the Great Wall of America. Oh, sorry.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's
There you
right.
go.
Trayvon Hughes is actually American Puerto Rican as well.
Yeah.
So 12-point advantage for Alab Pilipinas here. You got Chris Sumalinog checking in, replacing Parks. And the Saigon Heat will no longer have the services of D'Angelo Hamilton fouling out after committing his 5th personal foul, yes. Avelona getting the steal. Alab on the move. Gets it back out to Balkman. Balkman throws the ball away. Trayvon Hughes getting it. Hughes behind the back pass. Quatran all day to shoot. Knocks it down.
I want to see him do the wiggle while shooting the basketball, aside from the free throw. That would really be impressive, but nonetheless, a big shot to cut this lead into single figures.
And the Heat outscoring Alab 34. Now 26 with that three-pointer by Chris Sumalinog. Hughes. Durker. The step-back three-pointer. Durker short. Domingo gets it. Deflected by Durker. Hughes will get it out. Quatran catch and shoot. Too strong. Ramos with a board. Quickly to Balkman. Ronaldo on the move. Balkman. That is stripped by Bernatowski. And the ball will go out. Balkman looking for the foul. It will not be given. And Brandon Rosser going back to the ball game here. (79-67). Would have been a nice pass, but Balkman is able to recover.
It was a nice pass to Balkman.
So that's going to be credited
To Balkman
PJ.
or Havelona, whatever. As long as it's a deuce.
It is back up to 14. 7.4 remaining. And this is a foul on Alab Pilipinas. Sumalino committing it. Freebies for Quatran coming up.
If you have a teammate like PJ Ramos, if you're teammates with PJ Ramos rather,
Yeah.
those hands better be ready. Whether it's long distance or short distance, just like what you saw, that pass is mega sharp.
If he throws out sharp baseball passes, as we see this wiggle from Quatran entertaining the crowd here in Cebu, that's Mr. Wiggle for you. That's right. Balkman carving space, could not make the shot, and that will mark the end of 3 quarters here in Lapu-Lapu Gym in the Queen City of the South in the Philippines. PJ Ramos getting Alab Pilipinas timely baskets to fend off the run of the Saigon Heat. But Saigon, well, they had a big 3rd quarter. They actually ended it at 36-28 in favor of the Heat to trim the lead down to 12, 81-69 as we go to the final frame.